The former News International chief executive Rebekah Brooks and her husband, racehorse trainer Charlie Brooks, have appeared in court charged with conspiring to pervert the course of justice in connection with the phone hacking affair. They were bailed by Westminster magistrates along with 4 other people to appear at Southwark Crown Court later this month. Our Home Affairs correspondent Andy Davis watched the proceedings.
To shouts of Rebekah, Rebekah, the former CEO of News International, Rebekah Brooks, headed for court.
Rebekah! Rebekah!
At her side, her husband, Charlie Brooks. Before her, 3 police officers. Straight past the queue they went, ushered in for their first court appearance in a case Mrs. Brooks decried a month ago as nothing more than an expensive sideshow. The fast-track route did not extend to some of the other suspects, among them Mark Hanna, until recently head of security at News International, and Paul Edwards, here on the right, Rebekah Brooks's former chauffeur. Her former personal assistant, Cheryl Carter, was also in court today. All are accused of trying to conceal material from Scotland Yard detectives involved in the phone hacking inquiry. Charlie and Rebekah Brooks took their seats at one end of the dock, and before the hearing began, they looked fairly relaxed, occasionally smiling, chatting to one another, and having a good look around the courtroom at all of the journalists staring back at them. There were 6 in the glass-fronted dock of Westminster Magistrates Court No. 1, including on the far left Darryl Jorsling, a security consultant who used to work for Rebekah Brooks. All stood briefly to confirm their addresses and dates of birth before bail conditions were read out. The hearing lasted barely a few minutes. Rebekah Brooks faces 3 charges of conspiring to pervert the course of justice, including the allegation that she concealed documents and computers from the police last July. When informed of these charges last month, her husband spoke of a witch hunt. She dismissed it all as a waste of public money.
I cannot express my anger enough that those closest to me have been dragged into this unfairly. One day, the details of this case will emerge.
As they left the court today to yet more shouts of Rebekah, it was straight to the waiting cab for the couple. No press conference, just a brief accommodating glance back towards the photographers and polite smiles. All 6 charged are due to appear at Southwark Crown Court in London next Friday.